Surprise! I'm back a day early, or actually, I was on yesterday. But this is Debbie, and I love to crochet. So we talk about crocheting and just life in general, things that's happening in my life, just to have fun. This is not anything formal. I don't edit because I don't know how, and I don't do anything fancy. So what you see is what you get, and sometimes it's kind of a disaster, and other days it's okay. But I said yesterday that I was going to post or show the video for my booth that I got at Alyssa's in Pace, Florida, and they blocked it because the music in the background was Christian music, and totally forgot about, but it's copyrighted, of course. So they said I can't release it because of copyrights. So I guess if you want to see my before and after booth, you're going to have to go on Facebook, and you'll be able to find it there. But it's quite interesting and how bad it was and how good it is. And I was there yesterday checking on it, and a little girl came by and she loved my turtle that I had made earlier. So it's a weighted turtle, so she hugged it and loved on it, and her mom gave in, and they bought the turtle. So that was kind of exciting. And then I had a lot of little fish and sea life type stuff, because being in Florida, that's real popular. That's all gone. So my bottom shelves are gone. So now I have to hurry up and work on my smaller pieces. I made an those little pink things with the little things on the ears. They're really cute. Well, I made a real tiny one, and then I made a medium-sized one, and I'm working on the large one, which isn't really large, but I like the larger one better. And the kids can hug it a little bit better than the little tiny ones. And so I worked on that a little bit last night and then this morning. And then I was talking to a friend, and she says I shouldn't have any empty spaces in my booth because I'm losing money by doing that. Well, I'm kind of getting a little concerned that I may not be able to keep up with all the crocheting because it's going fast. And she says, well, you can add things besides the crocheting as long as I showed that it was going to be miscellaneous things. So I ran around my house, and things that I was actually going to give away, I thought, well, I'll put it on my shelf so at least they won't be empty and pretty cheap. And so you can't use the word cheap, pretty affordable, and gain something from it, I guess. But I also wanted to show you my daughter. Did I tell you? My daughter has a little sewing machine that I got her probably 10 years ago, and it won't go forward. It will go backwards, but it won't go forward. And we can't find anybody that repair it. It's a Husqvarna, and I don't know why it's just a little, almost like a featherweight, so that should not be an issue, but there is nobody around here. So I thought, well, she can't use it, I can't break it because it doesn't work anyway. So I started taking it apart, and I thought I did pretty good. Here, let me show you. Hold on, I'm moving some stuff so you can see. Okay, here's the machine. And let me see if I can turn. Well, let me turn you around. That's the trouble when you don't know what you're doing and getting your camera to do what you want it to do. I just keep pushing buttons and stuff and see if anything happens. And I have a grid. That's not what I wanted. I have a pause, so I think there's a white button, or a white spot there. I'm not sure I'm going to push that and hopefully it doesn't stop this. Hold on, so I can turn it around. Okay, that didn't work, so let me try this other. Okay, it paused, but it didn't show me how to turn it around. But here is what I'm working on. Here's the little sewing machine. And I got it all apart, and I found out what was wrong, and I fixed it. The trouble is, now I have this little piece. I don't remember where I got it, because I had to take both sides of her machine off the casing and played around, and now I have a dish full of stuff. Let's see, can you see it? All this. Some of it I pretty much know where it's supposed to go, except for that one little piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it all together and see if it'll work. I don't know what else to do, because I don't know what to do with that piece. There was another little piece too, and when I took it off, it just fell out. And so I'm not real sure where that even fell out of, but I'm kind of proud of myself. I think I fixed a sewing machine. We'll see if it runs and if it threads and actually sews. So that'd be interesting. But I've been so busy, I haven't been able to really do much. Okay, now I have to. You gotta realize I'm a horrible cook. Always have been. I don't really like cooking. But I do it because I have to, because I get hungry. And so I'm going to prop you up in the kitchen here, because today is our senior, it is our senior dinner that we have on Wednesday nights during the summer, just for the seniors. And I'm on that doesn't work. Put you in the window. There. Betsy's got to check it out now that she's in the window. So I get to do 2 pounds of spaghetti today. So I cooked, I cooked 2 pounds of hamburger. I didn't have any sausage, so they're not going to get sausage in their spaghetti sauce. And I just opened cans of spaghetti sauce. And if you haven't used, when you go to Walmart to go shopping, this spaghetti sauce I discovered, it's on the very bottom shelf, so you have to look for it, and it's in a can, and it's Hunt's. It is Hunt's pasta sauce, garlic and herb. A couple years ago, it was only $1 a can, and it's a big can, but now it's like 2 something. But it's pretty good, and so it's taken 4 of these big cans, and it is, let's see, it's 24 ounces to do the spaghetti. So I did it yesterday because you know the old saying, spaghetti, stuff like that, it's always better the next day. So I did it. So I have this huge pan of spaghetti. Now, it's cold. And you can't just put it on the burner because that thing is full and it's really hard to stir it. So I'm thinking the way to warm it up is I'm going to take parts of it and put it in a microwave big bowl and warm it up, and then put it in my crock pot and put that on warm, and then just keep doing it in layers. I don't know how else to do it. I'm glad they picked spaghetti because that's one of my favorite things to make and the easiest. I mean, you can't get any easier than open a can of, spaghetti sauce and cook some meat, a little bit of meat. So I'm going to do that. Our dinner isn't until 4:45, we eat early here because they have Bible study and stuff afterwards at 6 o'clock. And we just sit around and chit chat and just fellowship. And so they only do that in the summertime. But then tomorrow is our church monthly senior luncheon. It's nice that they really support the seniors, and they do have activities for us to do all the time, like our bus trip to Washington, D.C. We're going to do that in October. And then we have a speaker or singer, or like this month, we're having the high school kids. They're going to come and have lunch with us, and then we're going to play games with them. So that's going to be fun because they're such great kids. So we're going to do that. And there is a fly or something, and Betsy is underneath my curtains. Well, actually my shades, those that you pull the string, and they have those things right. Anyway, she's under there trying to get this. I think might be a wasp, but this is like the fourth one that I have seen and killed the last 2 days, and I do not know where it's coming from. I've looked and I cannot find it, but she's the first one always to discover them, so I follow her around because she can follow them a lot faster than me, and then I kill them. So hopefully she doesn't ever catch them. But when she does that, she just jumps anywhere and everywhere, and she doesn't look where she's jumping. She just jumps, and I'm surprised she doesn't hurt herself, because she'll end up like in the middle of like I was doing dishes, and she was in the middle of a pan that I had set aside to wash. Didn't faze her, but I'm afraid she's going to hurt herself. But she's now in the process. Let me see if I can show you. She's in, let's see, here she is. You see her? Do I have it angled right where you can see her? See her feet? There she is. She knows she's on camera. So, yep, there you are. So much fun, but so much work. Then all day yesterday, after I went to Liz's to straighten my booth up and add things and rearrange things. Well, now I had to make up a bunch of my price tags that I was showing you that I was so proud of. They turned out really cute. Well, my daughter makes epoxy pins with charms on top of them, but she didn't have marked. And so I spent quite a while just cutting, getting the computer out and, typing in epoxy pins, handmade epoxy pins, and the price. And then I have to cut them, each one of them out. They have, what do they call them? The guillotine cutter, which is okay. It works good, but that's time consuming when I could have been maybe crocheting on something. But, so I got that done. I'm going to take those over. And there's a couple other things that she has that I'm going to have to make price tags for. I should make her come over, and that way she can spend time with me, and she can make her own price tags. But she's pretty busy. And then, let me see, what else did we doing? I think that's about it. I'm just really frustrated with my camera because I can't figure it out. And right now, the busy season, I don't know if I will have time. So, I don't know. When my girlfriend was looking at it, she plugged in the SIM card, and this program came up. It was really slick. I plugged it in. Nothing happened. So, I don't know what I did wrong. It should have went automatically. I guess it's connected with the camera to help you edit your films and stuff. But it didn't work for me. That does not surprise me. It never really goes very smoothly. But I don't know if you've seen those, change the subject, if you've seen those sticks, it's actually they're embroidery needles, double-ended embroidery needles. that we use to stick into our plushies when we are trying to sew a head on or their arms, and you stick them in there, and it holds them in place, so you don't have to keep wrestling the plushie plus trying to sew the arm on or the head on. And they're making some really cute, fancy ones, of course, with beads and just like the top part is beads. And so I thought, well, I can make some of those and put them in my booth. So I bought some of these. Oh, some of these. And I thought those would be pretty. There's a word for this kind, plushies plus this, but these are the beads that I got. And these are like for the real thin needles, 3.0. Then I bought these to like alternate, but those are bigger holes. So I'm not sure if those are going to work or not. I may have to send them back. But I've seen them use them and just use these. What you do is so simple. You just stick them on. You don't glue them or anything because they're on pretty tight. And I thought I'd just do like alternate them. And they're selling them all over Etsy. And anybody that's a crocheter has them just because it's easy to have something like that laying around. And you can find them and not have your knitting needle rolling around on the floor. Or you can't find it. You laid it down. You know, the typical thing. So I thought, well, I'll just make a couple of those and pin them in my booth and see if I can sell them. And I think that's about it. I'm going to try and start doing a video once a day, maybe 10 minutes or less, or I may just turn it on and you can watch what I'm doing. That's what a lot of the girls do, because I'm finding out that the more videos you do on YouTube and the longer they are, eventually, and the people that you get to like your station and subscribe to it, you get paid monthly. And this one girl, she made a vow that she was going to do it for 30 days. And so she doesn't do anything in particular. Like she's a Lyft driver. She recorded when she went out with her friends. Nothing, just her life in general. And she made over $1,000 because she got so many people watching her. She had over 20,000 people watching her. And most of her videos were like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So I might do that. Hey, it's worth a try. She said that she's learned how to do the thumbnail and all that. I don't even know where to go to find a thumbnail, let alone present it. So I'm going to try it. I'm not guaranteeing you anything. So I guess I'm going to sign off because I got to go warm up that spaghetti and get it in the crock pot. And then I'm going to run over to UPS. I have to drop off one of the things that I had ordered from Amazon that doesn't work, isn't what I wanted. So I have to drop that off and then head over to church. So I will hopefully talk to you tomorrow. And I can't record anything in the booth because the music playing. If the music isn't playing, I'll try and get a little short video so you can see it. So you keep looking up. Have a great day, and please hit you like it and subscribe. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.